Hey everyone, just a little prelude to this video I just made. It's fucking awful. I do a bad job explaining what I was trying to get across, but I didn't take notes, only did it in one take, whatever. It's pretty much a video telling people to come join us and play Dungeons and Dragons with us over like Zoom or in person. We played like the first time for 5 hours, played the next time for 3 hours. We took like a 5-month gap, but I'd like to keep it closer, maybe play once a month. If you're interested in joining, you can join in and out whenever. Make a character for you. It's a lot of fun. We laugh a lot, have a great time, and I'm writing this story that should last like months and months, years maybe, for as often as we're playing. But huge, grandiose story. I'm going to get totally into it. It's a very basic synopsis of what the game is in the next 12-minute video. Love you. Oh, fuck. Stop recording. All right, I look good. All right, let's go, everyone. This is an intro video. It's also a recap video to let everyone know what the hell. I don't know what I'm getting to right here. All right, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. All right, not me and you right now, but me and my friends have started playing Dungeons and Dragons. And guess what? It's a hell of a lot of fun. We've played 2 times now. First session lasted about 5 hours. The next one lasted about 3, just because some people couldn't stay as late. And we are quarantined, so, you know, we can't overexpose. But the last session was about, I don't even know, 5-6 months ago. Had a great time. Played with 4 people, and then me not included, so 5. I'm the dungeon master. In case you don't know what that is, I pretty much write the whole story and dictate the whole game and lay everything out for everyone, and they make their own decisions on what to do. So let me kind of... That's a bad synopsis of what I'm trying to get into, but I've made a slideshow for everyone to watch. I'm going to give a recap of episodes 1 and 2 and a kind of a prelude to what is to come, because we're kind of trying to get more people, more of our friends to join our quest and adventures we got going on here. So let's get into it. Let's make me smaller, and I'll get to the slideshow. Actually, second that, let's make little me a little bit bigger so you can take a look, you know, keep your eyes on the prize. All right, so I've created a world called Jefftopia, and we have a couple guys in it. This is actually not Jefftopia in this picture. It's just kind of a scale I'm going to use for reference later on in the video. And so let's meet some of our main characters. These are the guys from episode 1. We have Ricky, Tort, Pat, and CJ. And you'll meet their characters later on. I made... everyone has their own character sheet. Actually, Big Me, let's get back up there. Everyone's got like a character sheet, and it's got... different qualities of them, like their strength and health and their backstories, and it's even 2-sided, so you kind of have like a whole personality behind your character. And I'll get a little bit into that very, very shortly. So these are our main characters. Let's get Big Me out of here. And there's also 2 more characters from episode 2. There is... Oh, come on, go to the next one, douche. All right. Our friend Patty joined the quest next time because Tort didn't show up. But Tort could have played too. Tort just didn't show up. Patty wanted to play. If anyone else ever wants to join, they always can. We can play with 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 7 people, whatever. There's a whole ongoing quest. And you can see there's me on the right side. I'm the dungeon master. But that's also one of my characters I played in the game, a pirate from episode 2. So that's pretty gosh damn interesting. Let's get back to the map so I can kind of give you a gist of what was going on. So I writ them a story. See, I take lots of notes. I actually have 2 cameras. So camera 2, I will be referencing you when I hold up stuff. I have bad lighting, but trust me, you know, it's just the sun. I don't look like a ghost. So I take notes throughout the game, and I kind of have a story set up for them to follow, but they can kind of do whatever they want. I have like a general story written out for them, but they never end up really following it and just kind of doing whatever they want. And so then, if you don't really understand Dungeons and Dragons, there's all of these dice, right? And these dice kind of dictate how the entire game goes, and it's usually this 20D. So if you don't know, most actions you take, you have to roll a 20D. If CJ, you know, wants to go to the bar and maybe meet someone that he fancies, he's got to roll a d20. If he rolls a 20, his odds are really well. I mean, that's perfect. That's the best thing that can happen. He could get whoever he wants. If he rolls a 1, he's probably going to slip and fall and break a glass in his face. And then that's up to me as the dungeon master to kind of decide what all his roles dictates and outcomes. Very, very boring. So I'll give you a quick synopsis of what I wrote for episode 1 about 6 months ago. It's you're in the land of Jefftopia. It's a mysterious world full of strong creatures and warriors. Your main quest is to bring the golden book back to the town to unlock the Phoenix key. And they're in the town of the Phoenix. This is, very sloppy writing. I'm actually going to write a lot better for the next couple things. But say, generally, they started out in this area right here, right down here. They played for 5 hours and probably made it to right about here. So they went not very far at all in the grand scheme. If you can, I should zoom in, but they didn't make it far at all. But it's a huge world, so whatever. They got into some battles with some warriors. I made like some side warriors out of Yu-Gi-Oh cards because I'm very fancy, and I even gave them stats on the back that they would run into along the way. Some main characters that could help them along the way. I'm just a great guy. I even kind of wrote myself into the game. This character, Baker, he was kind of their guide to get through the Wicked Woods, which is, they had a hard time. But I'll give a quick episode 1 synopsis. So our main characters for this episode. Let's meet our characters. So there's that. Okay, so let's go. Han Solo. Han Solo is Patty's character. He is a Lightfoot halfling. He's a criminal, and they met him in the town of Westchester. He's good at stealing. He's got a short sword. I don't know. I mean, he's good at sneaking around. He's got his own backstory, but I won't get into all that. This is just a quick synopsis. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is Pat's character. He's a soldier hill dwarf, so he looks pretty cool. He's got a warhammer and a hand axe, not a crossbow like in the picture, but this is just kind of for reference. The next character is Willard. He is a half high elf wizard. So CJ is a wizard. He kind of looks like the wizard from Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Mace Windu, he is a noble. Even though Tort is not very noble himself, this is his character in the game. He's like a little human. He's got a great axe and a javelin. And then this is Curtis. This is Ricky's character. Now, they named all their characters themselves. A lot of Star Wars references and other obscure references. But, you can make your own character, create their own backstory. So he's a human, he's a folk hero, and he's a lawful good. So I kind of just chose that picture for Ricky. Let's get into it. So the first episode, they stopped in the city of the Phoenix. They got in a couple bar fights. It took them about 2 hours to make it out of the city because they got in so many bar fights. And they saw like they saw a girl like injured in an alleyway, and instead of helping her, which could have like led them to get gold or a reward, essentially, they kind of just left her there and actually ended up going to a gay bar and got in a fight. I think Willard was knocked unconscious. He lost a lot of health, had to sleep that over. These are just decisions they made. Hey, it wasn't up to me. They're the ones that wanted to go into the bar. After a while, they started their quest to pretty much go get the golden book from this temple that's really far away. They had to go through the Wicked Woods because they couldn't afford to go across this bridge. They each only have, I think it's like 1,000 gold apiece. Yeah, that's 1,000 gold apiece. This is fucking boring, but I'll tell you what. It sounds like fucking really boring, but it's really, really fun. Oh, it's a great argument when you gotta say something's fun, huh? So they eventually made it through the Wicked Woods. They fought there was kind of a boss at the end. This little koala guy I made. He was super strong. And then once they made it through, Tort, his character, actually ended up turning on all 3 of the other characters, and they got in a huge fight. And they actually ended up killing Tort. Sad. That's how kind of how the last episode ended. Actually, right before they got into their boss battle, they found a castle on the side of the woods somewhere, and Pat's character actually found like another extra 1,000 gold, and he got to keep it all for himself. He was the only one that could scale the building because he rolled the best, and he made it through really quickly. Short synopsis. All right, episode 2, you are introduced to Patty, who is Han Solo, and then me, the pirate character, I actually played in this game was this little guy I made right here. He's pretty cool. He led them on a journey across the sea in the city of Westchester, and they had this. All they had to do was sneak in and get some fishing equipment that someone had to sell to them. Well, they were like stealing it back because this guy needed it. Whatever. There's more of a backstory. I actually wrote the backstory. See, I do take notes. I take lots of notes. I don't know which camera I'm holding up to, but I take lots of notes. All right, trust me. Trust me. Like throughout the game, when they take damage, like I write their damage down so they don't cheat. They made it through the Wicked Woods. They're about 40% of the way to the temple. So after 5 hours of playing, they made it 40% of the way. This next game was about 3 hours, and they came across this new guy. They wanted to buy horses, which I didn't even write into the story, but they asked me if they could buy horses. I let them buy horses. They didn't have enough money, so they had to do this side quest to go get this fishing equipment for this guy, whatever. He needed a militia brigade to help him get it back, to steal it back. And when they had to sail about 2 miles out to sea, they snuck around. They got really lucky. They rolled really well, and they made it through this little hut, killed all the people in the hut, and they stole the fishing equipment back. Actually, Patty's character Han Solo, his brother San Solo, was one of the guys guarding this fishing equipment, and he actually killed him. So Patty killed his own brother in this game and didn't even want to spare his life. He had a chance to spare his life. So that's something you're going to have to think about his character later on. If you can trust him, if he's going to kill his own brother for money, like will they be able to trust him later on if they come across more gold? Who knows? There's infinite possibilities. I guess not infinite, just so the max capacity of my brain. So they ended up, I'm using the mouse, but it's not working. So they were like right about here. They made it probably right about here is the city of Westchester, and they got to get like still all the way up here. Yeah, kind of like right about here. And then they got to make it all the way back. But what they don't know is I'm writing more backstory and characters. And this book, so they're going to get paid like 10,000 gold to bring this book all the way back. But the thing is, that book might be worth a whole lot more than 10,000. I don't know. Are they getting cheaped out of it? We'll see. They'll have to figure that out later on in the quest. But if anyone's interested in joining, I don't know who the hell's going to watch this 12 fucking minute video. Listen, it's a lot of fun. I'm going to go back to Big Me. I'm not going to edit this video, so I'll put some music in the background. But come play with us. We got... This is like a fucking ad promo later.